Are you ready to become a scheduling ninja and stop procrastinating? Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back again today. I am super excited and I can't wait to dive right in. After you will watch this video and hopefully adopt some of the ideas and topics that we're going to talk about, you are going to become a person who is not forgetting things, getting things done, and you will simply be in charge of your day and your time. Like, this is one of the most important skills that all resilient grinders and all successful people are masters of. They're ninjas of their calendar. You will be too. So why do you need this at all? Some people might argue that scheduling your entire day, your entire time could be a little bit machine-like and like a robot. It's not as appealing to some. Well, I would argue differently, because usually it's those who do not reflect, plan, and execute their calendar and timing effectively end up living life that resemble robots or machine-like living compared to those who do. Because if you don't control your focus and your time, well, someone else will. Now, I hope you don't beat yourself up because you're a terrible planner, you're a procrastinator, and you're just like terrible organizer. Like you never get things done. I am guilty. One of them used to be the case all the time, and that is not the case anymore. Why? Because I adopted some of these habits that I'm about to discuss with you right now, and it's about reflecting and planning, but not just like mindless planning that you just you just generate to-do lists. That's stupid. Don't do that. That's actually going to have an adverse effect. It's going to backfire on you. I'm talking about you sit down, you reflect, and think, what is your outcome? This is the key. The outcome, the result-based planning. So for example, if you need to make a phone call and you put on your to-do list as make a phone call, like call X, whatever, you will make that phone call and you will go put the phone down, and actually, even though you completed your to-do list, you may have absolutely not completed or even touched on the result or the outcome that you really wanted this action to have. Elon Musk is a perfect example, right? He's a hero for many. He runs companies like Tesla, Solar City, and SpaceX. Boring Company. He's working on projects like a Hyperloop and colonizing Mars. Mind-blowing, right? Trust me, and I know that you know that is not possible. It's absolutely impossible doing all of that without planning, without conscious planning. So how do you proceed with this planning thing? Let me save you a lot of frustration and ask you, don't schedule things. As I mentioned before, calendar is absolutely important, absolutely essential. You don't just write stuff down on paper and then throw it your calendar, because you'll take it and throw it right back at you. So you'll be running around like a little headless chicken, and then you'll be running around like a disappointed headless little chicken. Save yourself a lot of pain and sit down and reflect. Think about outcome first. What do you want to achieve? What is your goal? And only then put your tasks on the paper. Now you sit down and try to go over the tasks that you already have in mind and put them on paper. And while you're visualizing those tasks or to-do list, you have to put a number or the amount of time that you are going to need for that particular task right next to it. Not in a particular order, just go as it comes to your mind, put it down on a paper, and put that number right next to it. Also, right next to the time that it will be required to complete the task, you're going to put a number for priority. Or you can just put You can put 1, 2, 3, highest priority, normal priority, and lowest priority. What does the highest priority number mean? Like, we need to define this, because you can put whatever number you want, but if it doesn't actually signify something, then it doesn't matter. So the highest priority, or if you put high priority right next to a task, that means that that task is not negotiable. Like, that has to be completed on the date that that task will be assigned for. So for Monday, whatever thing that you have to do with the high priority on it and hour and a half that will take, that is a non-negotiable. It has to be completed, which means that you're not going to eat or sleep or take a break or anything until that is done. I would recommend you to not put more than 5 non-negotiable or high priority tasks on your list, because there's too many distractions. As I'm sure you already know, you put these 15 very important non-negotiable tasks, and guess what? You're only going to do 10, and either you're really motivated and are literally like breathless, or you go back into your procrastination mode, and then the whole calendar just goes to next day or next week or something. So don't put more than 5 non-negotiable or high priority tasks, or first 5 hours of your day, whichever is less. That way you will save a lot of headache. Trust me, don't overload yourself, because more stuff you put on your calendar, less you're going to achieve, even though physically you're doing more work. So don't do it. The next one, normal priority. Now, what does a normal priority mean? Normal priority will be something that is okay to reschedule and nothing's gonna get damaged. You will try to complete all of those in a day, but if you can't, that's all right. We'll put them for the next day or whatever next available day. And then the low priority stuff, that is something that no time is assigned to it. You assign time as far as how long it will take to complete that task, but you don't assign it to a specific time in a day. That will be just sitting there basically for you waiting. If once you're going to go through your high priority stuff, then your normal priority things, and once you're through all of those, then you're going to get to low priority items. Very important tips to make you successful in scheduling. Make sure that you allow time for scheduling into your scheduling. So preferably this has to be right between your high priority tasks and normal priority tasks. So right in between, or maybe closer to noon, right? Because you're planning something for your first 5 hours that is high priority, and then all the normal priorities right after. So right in between, if you will give yourself like 30 minutes or 15 or 45, whatever time it takes for you to schedule things, give yourself that time and make that time also non-negotiable. It has to be there as a habit every day, so that you keep scheduling your next day, regardless if you have like crazy day waiting for you or just one little thing that you have to do. Regardless, you have to be scheduling that no matter what. Another important thing is to make sure that this scheduling time is a pleasant time for you. You can deliberately make this kind of like a relaxing time, these 30 minutes out of your chaotic day. You can put this music that you really like, or your favorite scented candle, tea time, coffee time, whatever. But make this time something that you really, really enjoy, so that you're really looking forward to it. Your brain is not going to be looking for reasons why you should avoid the scheduling time, but it's going to be actually forcing you or nudging you towards creating that schedule. So it will help you to form that habit. Another very important thing, make sure that you always have with you that notepad or whatever you take your notes with you all the time. What I mean is, when you're installing this new habit in your routine, you need to make sure that there is no resistance or any other distraction for this habit. Imagine you're going with this routine and you're following the schedule every time, but then something emergency happens and you just redirect from your normal timing and your plan, and you go to fulfill this new thing that just came out of nowhere. Your brain then regards your written plan as a little bit less important because you just left it and you started something that was not in your plan. Then your brain will just remember that actually your plan is not as important as your mental plan, and slowly you'll just divert back to your mental plan and keeping your schedule in your memory. And as you already know, it's very unreliable and a bad idea. So again, have this notepad or something that you keep your notes on, your phone or laptop or whatever, always with you. And when a new task comes up that you were not accounting for it, make sure that you put it on your schedule. It is extremely important. That way, your mind, your brain will remember that the number one thing, highest priority, is sticking to the schedule. And something that comes up is also in the schedule. Very important. As Dwight Eisenhower said once, I found that plans are useless and planning is indispensable. But what I'm trying to say with this is that make sure that you stick to your plan even if your plan is not working, right? You plan your day and something completely different comes up and you have to change it up. Go to your plan and change it up. Put your emergencies into the plan and basically revise your plan, revise your timing, and then stick to the plan again. So to summarize, basically thoughtless scheduling will do more harm than good. It will keep you busy, but less productive. We discussed that one way to schedule your day is to put all the tasks down, put the amount of time with the priority number attached to it. And that way we'll be able to weed out all the mindless tasks that will keep us busy but not put us closer to our goals. We discussed that you should put no more than 5 high priority, non-negotiable tasks on your calendar, preferably in the first 5 hours of your day, and several other tips that will help you keep those amazing habits going. Again, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the subscribers, all the love that you guys are giving me. Thank you very much. I'm confident that if you will incorporate these habits and tips in your daily routine, it will put you on a whole new level. You'll be much more successful, and I really want to see you succeed. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again later.